Preparation is the key to resiliency.
With a strong El Niño season just around the corner and a good chance that we get potentially double our average rainfall in the months of January through March, could flooding and mudslides happen again this winter? Well, not to add to the hype of Godzilla El Niño, but yes.
The extreme drought that has been in place creates a ground that cannot easily absorb that rainwater, which increases the possibility of flash flooding. And then as we look at these large-scale wildfires across the West, we look at these fire scars, and those black fire scars really almost are like asphalt, by which when the rain hits them, it just conveys straight down very, very quickly. It can cause a tremendous amount of damage as water and debris.
So how should you prepare for the wet winter ahead? How do you keep your family safe? Tip number 1, have a family plan. In case of flooding or possible mudslides, have at least 2 escape routes out of your house and out of your neighborhood. Designate a secondary meeting place in case you get separated or the emergency happens while your kids are in school.
You need to understand the risk of where you live, where you're traveling to, the risks you encounter, that you may encounter while you'll travel, and the risks you may encounter when you arrive at your destination.
Tip number 2, keep all your documents in one place. That includes copies of insurance, medical records, social security cards, birth certificates, and some cash.
Ensure you keep important papers in a safe, waterproof place. That includes making sure there's a home inventory that's been conducted, you've itemized, and taken pictures of your key possessions.
Tip number 3, build your emergency kits now. In case of flash floods, mudslides, or even snow, you need to be able to survive out of your car for up to 24 hours. That means you need food and water, chains, a first aid kit, blankets, and batteries.
A house kit will be different than a car kit, obviously, but there are some essential items in every kit, which is enough water for each individual. Some food, some protein snacks that have long expiration dates so that they don't expire, warm blankets, rain ponchos, flashlights, radios, all with extra batteries.
Tip number 4, get your house ready for the rainy season. Check your house from top to bottom, making sure there are no cracks or holes where water can get inside.
You want to check the roof, make sure that there's no loose tiles, shingles, or shake. Then on top of that, you want to check the valleys. That's where the roofs meet at a corner. Make sure that they're free of debris and they don't have a bunch of holes in them. Then you want to check the gutters, the downspouts, make sure that they are free and clear so that the water can move through or off the roof efficiently. Then you want to check around the house. You want to check for cracks and gaps in the windows and just in the foundation. And you want to seal or paint those. And then you want to check around the perimeter of the ground, make sure that no erosionary effects has caused any areas to slope water towards your house instead of away from it.
And tip number 5, don't forget to have an emergency plan for your pets. If you do have to evacuate, it's natural to grab your animals, but don't forget to also grab their things, like food, a leash, and a kennel.
Maybe take some extra blankets, especially something that they're used to smelling, that gives them comfort, maybe a favorite toy. If they're on medication, make sure you take that medication. Make sure that your identification is up to date and current. So if you have a microchip and you have moved or you've changed your phone number, be sure and contact the microchip company and update that information ASAP.
And we have 2 more things for you that aren't really tips, but rather recommendations. We suggest purchasing our Storm Shield Doppler app. Yeah, it costs a couple bucks, but this will send weather alerts and warnings straight to your phone, so you know the moment a strong storm or a flooding threat is headed toward your home. This is also very helpful when traveling over the passes. Another recommendation, FEMA suggests you buy flood insurance now, as there is often a 30-day waiting period. Reporting in Bakersfield, meteorologist Elena Rusk, 23 ABC.